Hello Internet, my name is Brink and welcome to my channel. I want to share my thoughts on the recent World of Warcraft midnight announcement. I waited like a week for the hype to settle and well, let's face it, for all the information to get released. I think I got a clear picture now of what's coming, and with that I can give a more grounded opinion. Having witnessed the launch of every expansion so far, I can say this Gamescom reveal felt different in a few key ways. Some good, some not so good. Let me break down what really stood out to me. Player housing. This is the feature I'm most excited about, and it really feels like Blizzard is on the right track with what so many of us wanted. It's not easy to please the masses, but we're getting loads of customizations, neighborhoods, and freedom to place items anywhere you want, and providing lots of room for your own creativity. It looks like a game of its own, so fleshed out, it could almost be considered a standalone game. I'm sure they will deliver this feature in the quality that we can expect from Blizzard. The parallel with a standalone game isn't a weird one, and with that we do arrive at the part that is somewhat worrying to me, when I see how player housing is going to be implemented. And I hate to compare it to a garrison, I really do. It's clearly more than what a garrison ever was, but what it does have as a similarity is that it is an instance, meaning you will have a load screen to get into it and a load screen to get out. In the garrison you could take your friends in and show them around, but if you had seen one, you'd seen them all. So this wasn't that exciting, and it didn't feel like you were a part of the open world. I'm afraid this player housing will be this amazing build sim feature, but it won't feel like you're a part of Azeroth. You're not amongst the quest wolves in the fields, around the corner from Elwyn Forest Inn. No, you will always be a loading screen away. So I'm hoping the fact that it's a shared place will remove these fears, and it will be fun having my friends as neighbors. I'm also curious to see the Quel'Thalas update. I do have a few Burning Crusade memories from leveling Blood Elves, but if I'm brutally honest, it's never been my favorite starting zone. I'm more curious on the return of Zulaman. I love the vibes of these troll places and the Imka feel. Bit of Indiana Jones vibes. Who knows, maybe we'll even run into Harrison Jones. So yeah, Zulaman is back, now tied to the Void. I'm sure it will have great lore involving trolls and their Loa gods, and the updated troll models look great. And to be honest, I've always enjoyed troll related content. It just might be my favorite enemy. Talking about new enemies, the new allied races look interesting, with good customization options. They seem to have this, now I'm a troll, no I'm a night elf, nah just kidding, now I identify as a blue Navi, like in the movie Avatar kind of vibe going on, which I think is fine. I'm sure Azeroth is big enough for them to run around in, but I'm not sure if I will make one myself. I do have to admit, they look better than the Orphans. Never really digged female dwarves with a beard, and I'm curious about the story and the role in the larger narrative. What I'm also really looking forward to is the revamping classes and back to the old school raw gameplay encounters. Having them deal with recores and add-ons is about time. I know this shouldn't be an expansion feature, as it sounds like a quality of life improvement. I expect the impact to be huge, and that the devs will have more room for creative encounter building. So I'm really looking forward to how we will interact and play as a team with these new challenges in raids and dungeons. The classes will be revamped as always, and we are getting a fourth row added to the hero talents. Even more iconic and even more impactful. Well, I'm not sure if that's how I would have done it. It already seems impossible to balance these hero talent trees with one another. But hey, they bring extra options and I'm sure they know what they're doing. Also, we're getting 3 more class points and 4 more spec points. In the class tree, you'll get one big giant talent point where you can add 4 points in, with the first and the last point most impactful. Well, that's the same as the hero talent trees. First and the last points were the most interesting ones. This big talent called Apex talent is supposed to become super important, as you can place 4 new talent points in other talents if you like. But they said you most likely want to complete the Apex, as they are going to be that game changing. So yeah, I think they will be impactful. And with some luck, they'll bring more flavor and fun to our class gameplay. The concerns. First, we have a new race, and it will be playable in both teams, so you can be a Horde or Alliance. Blizzard started doing this back in Panda, and not too long ago when we got the Orphans. First time we got dwarves on the Horde side, and now with these new Heronir that kinda look like they got stolen from Avatar, the Navi, well, they're aligned with both factions once again. Blizzard isn't giving more identity to factions, but instead removing it. My concern is mostly from the PvP side, which seems to be less and less important these days, and can be seen as a separate concern. But I digress. Back in the day, if you were Alliance on the battlefield, you see an Orc or Tauren, Goblin, you knew you were facing the enemy. These days, it's Oh look, a panda with a red shirt on, and now a Heroneer with a blue shirt on that we can't even see because they're freaking blue. In my opinion, it makes these factions blurry as fuck. And to be honest, I'm not happy about this development at all. I will get back to this and why I think it's not a good thing. Second, the praise system. The praise system kinda looks underwhelming at the moment. And this might be because when we got the feature in Gamescom, it didn't have much info to go with it. Later in the panel, it got explained a bit more. And it's supposed to be a challenge and give you even more good rewards. Maybe it will hit the right spot and it will add more flavor going into the open world. We'll have to wait and see how it gets implemented and how it plays. Also, only getting one new Delve companion per expansion feels like a missed opportunity. One of my bigger concerns is the plot. And I do get we are in a trilogy, so we're gonna have to write this story out till the end. But all these save the world plots, now this time, one of the biggest threats of Azeroth has ever faced, I'm sure some veterans are starting to feel like a deja vu. Hey, haven't we been here before? I'm the champion of Azeroth for being its savior for the 5th time now. The end of this one will have to be really insane to make an impact this time around. And what should happen after this trilogy? We save the Azerothian universe? Stop trying to go big, bigger, biggest. This might be a concern for later on the journey, but still, I hope we can get adventures closer to home, closer to the hearth. I would like to see the Horde get some of its raw identity back. As I mentioned earlier, factions are getting blurry, but let's not forget, this was how it all started, and why we fell in love with Azeroth and with the two continents in the first place. Orcs and humans facing each other, with danger from the opposing island, and I'm not really sure how we got here and where it will end up, especially now we don't have a clear red and blue team anymore. Even if we do end up in a situation where Horde and Alliance get back at it again, both teams will be running around in rainbow colors and same races. It's gonna be a mess, and I don't see how Blizzard will be able to fix this. Maybe you got an idea how they can do it. Leave a comment below. What we do know, it's gonna be a colorful gathering, but I want to see more back to the roots, more orc lore. Why do the orcs hate the humans and vice versa? Put war back in Warcraft. It's not safe Azeroth craft all the time. If Blizzard nails player housing, makes Prey truly engaging, and delivers a story that avoids predictable twists, then Midnight has the potential to be the next Wrath of the Lich King expansion. An expansion where we will spend countless of hours of good gameplay in. And let's not forget PvP. Finally we're getting a brand new battleground. And it does look epic. And of course, there's still so much more we're hoping for. We want true epic storytelling, moments that grip us, surprise us, and keeps us talking for years to come. Time will tell if Blizzard can deliver. I'm hopeful and optimistic. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. My name is Brink. Rocking red or blue, I'm coming for you. See you on the new epic battleground. Brink's out.